John from JO Ventures Outdoors, and today I've got another exciting video for you. This is one I've been looking forward to, and a project I've been looking forward to. Travis, the case guy, um, has put together a project. It's a traveling knife. Turn my light on here. Traveling knife, and it is the Brotherhood buck. And he picked up a buck 307 Stockman. Here it is. Vintage knife. It's a 72 to 86. You can see that on the tang stamp there. He picked this up at an antique store, I believe it was, and or a thrift shop or a flea market somewhere, and he fixed it up here. He's refurbished it. He's just done a fantastic job on this. This is just a cool old buck Stockman, and you can see the shield on it there, and the saw cut covers. You got the shield. It's the hammer cutting the, hitting the knife, cutting the bolt, that shield. I think that's just really cool. And there's the tang stamp 307. I'll say more about this in a minute, but he's sending this across America. So we're using the hashtags Brotherhood Buck and Cuts Across America. And I just think it's an awesome project. So there's three channels here in the beginning that are doing some prep work with the knife and just getting the thing going. And I really appreciate being included in this. But first it went to Big J's Knives, and he put a screaming Big J edge on it. And I hope to have some footage in the beginning of me using it a little bit, so you'll see some of that in this video, I believe. But he put a Big J edge on it, and then Big J sent it to me. And then I'm making a slip. I'll show you that in just a few minutes. And then I'm sending it to Kirby Creek Mo, who's going to carve a dude with it. Look at that. Isn't he awesome? That's just beautiful work. Mo, you do awesome work. So these guys are all just so cool, and they've been so supportive. But anyway, these guys are just also great to me and been very supportive, and so I appreciate being included in this. Now this buck Stockman is a big boy. I didn't realize how big it was. It is a large Stockman. It is the same size as a 75. And Big J did say that, but I didn't realize it was quite that big. But yeah, it's a good sized Stockman. Now Big J also compared it against the 301. I have the 301. I love the size of the 301, and so it's just a little bit larger than that. You can see here. And I picked this up in a trade for some leather work. The other one that's comparable to the 301 is the 47 Stockman. So here's an amber jig bone 47 Stockman, and from Case. That's the same size as a 301. So this is your kind of medium to large Stockman size, and this is just a little bit larger. So same size as a 75. And I've got another Stockman. It's actually on its way to somebody else, but I've got a Rough Rider large Stockman, which is also the same size as a 75. I don't have a Case 75, so that's on my list for the future. But just a great size to get a lot of work done. And I just look at that, and look at the edge that Big J put on that. Look at that tip. Yikes. Ooh, you gotta be careful with that. That's for sure. But Travis, you just did an awesome job on this refurbishing this knife, on the cleaning of it, and just you got a good deal on this too, because I've been looking at these a little bit, just kind of doing some research on eBay, and they're pricey. So very cool to have this traveling knife. Now, before I show you the slip, I got to show you what he asked me, what do I charge for the slip? What can you pay me for? I was like, you don't have to pay me. This is a traveling knife. I'll donate it. It's no problem. So, but in the box, there was this electrician's knife from Bear & Son. Now, I put the lanyard on here and the little antler, but this is the Bear & Son Delrin Hawkbill and electrician's knife. And there it is right there. Delrin handles. It's got the electrician's blade here with the screwdriver for, stripping your wire and that sort of thing. And I just love this thing. Now, there's a story behind this. He had bought this. He got a really good deal on it, and he was offering it as a potential trade. So I said, well, I might be interested in that. Well, I think he might have changed his mind or whatever, which is fine with me. I didn't mind that at all. And then lo and behold, it's in the bag. It's in the box with the traveling knife for me as a gift. So, Travis, I really appreciate this. This is the model number. It's the Delrin Hawkbill. And won't show you the price, but made in the USA, Bear & Son cutlery. So, very cool. And so I appreciate that gift a lot. Now, I have a couple other electrician's knives. I've got a Klein Brothers, a Klein Tools, the 15502. This is a trade with another channel, and pretty cool electrician's knife as well. This is like brand new in the box. And then I also just recently picked up a saber made in Japan. And so this has got wood handles, and I did some refurbishing on it. And I really like to carry this a lot. But I've been carrying the Bear & Son electrician knife here recently, and I've really found the Hawkbill blade to be very useful. So I love it. Thank you very much, Travis. I really appreciate that gift. And so back to the Brotherhood buck. He asked me to make a slip, and here it is. So this is made out of 4 to 5 ounce veg tan leather. I actually, so I mimicked the saw cut here on the front. I put a buck on here. We talked about some of this ahead of time. I didn't want to do anything he didn't want because he would be keeping this slip. I put the 307 at the top with the boot prints as a traveling knife, my maker's mark. It's black with black thread, of course, the lanyard and bead, and she fits in there snug as a bug in a rug, that's for sure. So yeah, I think it turned out great. I was a little nervous because I used some leather from a different supplier. I went to a different leather store, which was really cool. It's a very cool place, and it was highly recommended that I go there. And I bought both the thread and the leather from there, and it turned out great. This leather is a little more flexible than the leather I normally use, and I think it works really, really well. So I'm anxious to make more slips with that. But here is the Brotherhood buck from Travis the Case Guy. Go check him out. Go check out Big J. Go check out Kirby Creek Mo. And I really appreciate being asked to make the slip for this. There are so many talented leather makers. So Travis, thank you for that. Thank you for the wonderful gift. I really appreciate this, and I've been using it. So I really appreciate that a lot. And follow this on its travels. I made a playlist. You can see that link below. And I thank you all for watching. The wonders of editing. I also forgot to mention, and I don't know how I could forget this, you put in this case logbook, and we put our information in here. So all the traveling knife channels for this Brotherhood buck will be recorded in this beautiful notebook made by Georgia Adventurer. So just awesome idea. So I've put my information in there for you, Travis, and appreciate you doing that. Travis also sent a wonderful note to me, and appreciate that note. So with that, I thank you all for watching.